I am Jeffrey Rokoa. This is my Potter's Journal for the week of Christmas and Hanukkah on the same day starting this year. I've just finished making 200 or more wreaths. Okay, at the end, there's always one special one, maybe 2 or 3 for family and friends. The first time here I ever did with the laurel. Oh, I'm glad this is over. It was fun to get a break from the pottery, but I'll be glad to get back. However, look at this, what I found on my doorstep. Some mysterious gift giver? Was it the Bishop of Myra from Turkey? I don't know. Was it the UPS man? He's been around here a long time, too. And look at that. Fragile. Must be Italian. Well, if this is Potter's Journal, must be ceramics, too. Let's see what we've collected for inspiration in the pottery studio today. And as the Slovenian potter from Pittsburgh, it was very exciting this week when someone drove all the way down from Cleveland to get one of my POTICA baking pans, the potitnica. You know, it is baking season, it is baking time, so I'm going to pull one of these out and put it to work, and we'll take a look at that too. Oh, so that was fun all the way down from Cleveland. You know, it's an adventure to get such a thing that, you know, something you really search on driving, I forget how many miles, 100 and some miles to 2 hours, I think. So, I'm a mile back at Dead End Dirt Road. When she got there, actually GPS takes you to a burnt out trailer just beyond me, further down the Dead End Dirt Road. And when she got there, she texted me, "I think we're here." So I texted back real fast, No, they're going to come out at you with the dogs and the guns. Get out of there." So she went to extraordinary measures to get it. It's something passed down in families from generation to generation. So now she'll have the stories to tell. Maybe she'll elaborate, too, on that they really did come out at her with the dogs and the guns. And you know, I've been researching the pot for a number of years now, decided I would like one myself, a nice old antique one that is not available. But, okay, there are a lot of ceramic bunt-like pans out there. And, okay, I spotted a number of them on eBay, and they're not overly expensive, so I did get one. And this is much bigger than I expected. In fact, I don't think there's enough box here for it, but it does have the bubble wrap, and it does have the paper around, and you know what? It was, okay, there's a note in here. "Greetings from Texas. Thank you for the purchase. Appreciate your business." Okay. You know, that's a nice little touch, because this was kind of an upscale, you know, old stuff, not necessarily antique. Oh, wow. And, oh, look at this. Okay, so not Slovenian, but, okay, an old, and we will say bunt-like pan, so you know what I'm talking about. But, no, when people come up to me and say, "Oh, it's like a bunt," no, it is not. That's a trademark patented term. The bunt is like us. The potters came first. This was the original. Oh, and you know, this is nice. It's a beautiful handmade piece. You know, my guess is it could be as early as 1850, but it could go up to 1920 even. You know, the center on this one is a closed-in cone, which is kind of nice. You know, I think there's a lot of these out there, because I don't think I paid more than $33 for it. Oh, look at the rings on the bottom. It's got beautiful throw marks, or I mean wire marks on the bottom, something that we admire so much today. And I don't know that they thought back then of the aesthetics of that, but it's there. Very beautiful. And the, this part. So I'm wondering if they used a tool, because it looks like this was almost done with a tool, or somebody had small bony hands. So, I think there were a lot of these made. This one came from Texas. I spotted one on eBay from, Arizona. So, I think they're French. They might have come in through Louisiana. Okay, that's a French port, isn't it? And across the Southwest. I spotted one from the UK as well, and they thought it was from there. But I think they're French. My original thoughts were more from the Alsace, but somebody listed it as Western France, so I don't know. If anybody does know, okay, any history on these, where this style, the very distinctive, was made, do let me know in the comments. You know, we'll look at my potitza, my nut roll, and I'll give you a closer look at this too, maybe. But, okay, Christmas. I've got 4 pair of scissors. I decided a pair for every room and the truck for the farmer's market. And what else is here? Okay, free calendar. Just put tires on the truck, so I got my free calendar. And underneath the tree here, cans and cans of, only like, San Marzano like tomatoes. Okay, let's see what's cooking in the kitchen today. And so my new friend from Cleveland knew all the old books, treasured Slovenian and International, the one from the Slovenian Club, and the Slovenian Women's Union of America. These go way back. She also understood my grandmother's handwritten book when I said, but there was no recipe for the nut roll, for the potitza in it. Or should I say there were 20? And she knew they were sneaky like that, she said. And it wasn't clearly written down. So my family must have came over around 1900. I don't know if they knew of the ring baking bowl. They always used loaf pans. My grandmother and her mother making so much for family and business. Okay, this is the first batch. I will do 2 or 3 batches this year. I will go for thin on the dough next time. We went a little thick that time. And I like this smaller size. Everybody seems to like the bigger size. I don't know why. My most popular. And even the one I collected now. A fairly good size. And a better look at that, beautifully made. I think it's important when you're doing something, not only to find an inspiration, not only to look at pictures and images, but to have a piece. To have a piece yourself that you can put your hands on and see how it was crafted, how they didn't put it necessarily on the wheel and trim that off, but like I do, took a knife and just swiped round in a circle, because it's hard to put these on the wheel with that sticking up above the edge of the pot. So by doing it by hand, and I'm not sure, they might have done this outer ring the same way. The inside is not glazed, except maybe for a patina of burnt fat or butter, well baked into the surface. I imagine maybe this one has seen the likes of a wood fire oven, as have mine. If you go back through my videos, I think it was pumpkin bread we put in there. Now, I truly do like the smaller size, because if you're going to give them as gifts to friends and family, okay, it's a nice smaller gift. That my great-grandmother's baking pans were 3 times this size, that even in families, not just businesses, okay, the size of the loaves have shrunk over the years. And again, before we take a look in, I will go thinner on the dough. I've done much better than this. But not that this is bad. And so it comes out looking a crown of thorns. In Slovenia, they do dust it with powdered sugar. We've never done that. Just like they say, it's like a bunt. No, we came first. And when they say it's like a jelly roll, okay, I don't know any Slovenian that would agree with you. And if you talk to anyone in the know, the nuts cannot be put through a food processor, except for one like this. I've got a new Potter's Journal too for 2025. But first, we will need to take a look back and review 2024. Okay, stop back and see what happened in Potter's Journal this year, next week. Yes, we'll hang your stocking, I promise.